Yeah, let's go. Punk rock and Cobain is how we grew up. K-rock was insane, I was such a screw up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy New Year. My name is Jason Lowery on The Nerds Has Spoken. I'm here with my partners in crime for the week. I got the Ghost Pop Star, I got the Vendetta, and I got Tim K. How you guys doing?
Really good, man. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
I'm doing I was so happy yesterday because that was like the only like holiday I could celebrate. You know what I mean? Like,
Right?
Happy New Year's, and I could say it.
Yo, he was celebrating by selling oranges on the side of the road. Like
I can only say it like 3 times in the year, man. Like happy what's that? 4th of July, right? And happy Thanksgiving and happy New Year's. After anything after that, I'm just like, I wish I could, but I can't. No more heathen games for me.
Yo, for some reason, I picture like Coco dressed up in like throwing beads out to people that don't want them, and fucking like with like the little kazoos and shit, fucking yelling Happy New Year, like going all out. Anyways, how was your guys' week?
Good.
Excuse me.
Good.
Pretty good. Pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Pretty quiet. You guys are gonna laugh, but I didn't see the ball drop. I was fast asleep by 9:35.
You're getting older. You're always going to see the ball drop. Like
Not that.
That was very good. That was
One
very
ball.
good.
The other one stays put for whatever reason.
Yeah.
He hit that one a ton. But yeah, man, I was asleep by 9:35, and
I know.
I woke up New Year morning, and I just say, hey, it's the one changed to a 2. And I started looking around my house, and I said to my wife, why does it feel like it's still 2019?
because we're still stuck in the same year. Nobody told us.
Right.
It's been the longest year in the history of humanity.
Speaking of the longest year, dude, I just found out they just sent, your local paper and stuff send out letters and shit. The fucking governor's getting ready to shut down Virginia like Monday.
Oh, is that bad?
Are you serious?
It's really that
But
bad.
wait a minute, didn't the new guy take his seat, or that doesn't happen yet?
No, the current one, Norton, he it just said he's going to have a 2 p.m. conference tomorrow, and basically he's going to shut it down except like supposedly like essential people going to doctor's visits or the grocery store or something. But outside of that, he's shutting everything down again.
How the hell is that even
go up
productive?
that much in Virginia? Really?
Yo, I've talked to half my family members. Half of them have no. I talked to the majority of my family members. Most of them have COVID.
Yikes. Okay. Well,
That's why I'm staying away.
Damn.
Dude, a couple friends of ours, I'm not going to say their names right now, but I'll talk to them about off air. But a couple of those guys had family that were sick, and now like half their family's sick, if not the whole. Like it's spreading like wildfire right now.
My uncle.
It's kind of like
died
everybody's got herpes or something. It's just spreading all over the place.
that fucking
But
Unicron variant.
That's the thing. My uncle died on the 26th from COVID.
Damn, dude, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm
Dude,
sorry, man.
I have no contact with him whatsoever.
Yeah.
So thanks, but I haven't seen him in over I don't know a decade or something like that.
Yeah.
But that was rough. Like my cousins hit me up about that. Said the last vaccination that he had was in May, so last year, and he was pretty much a vaccination opposing dude anyway. So he kind of had it coming. He had 2 shots, and then he was like, "Yeah, but I want to have it now to be healed." But he has some kind of a lung illness anyway, so he brought himself up to risk on the double, so to speak. So yeah, he kind of had it coming, and but that's rough, that's the nearest probably I have ever been. Like that's the first case for family. So
That's sad.
weird.
We couldn't see my
certainly
brother
weird.
and them because of it, because my sister-in-law got it.
Yeah. The
It's
thing is,
unfortunate, but
my aunt had it too, like his wife, and that's actually my mom's sister. And speaking of my mom, today is her birthday. 5 minutes. It's
happy
the third.
birthday, Mom.
Happy
a-
birthday.
Happy birthday
Happy
to her.
birthday and
Third
have an
of
angel.
January. So yeah, happy birthday. So gonna visit her tomorrow. But yeah, her sister had it, and they were in quarantine over Christmas, and then my uncle contracted it, and it got worse and worse. Ambulance and so on and so forth.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. And still, people won't believe it. Still, people are being dicks and idiotic. So, I don't know. I don't know what else to tell it.
Wait till they start forcing like martial law bullshit. That'd be funny.
Dude, I'm actually, quite honestly, in most cases, I'm actually for it. Like with children, that's another point. You know, there are regulations for that, but if people don't want to do it and force against it because they think their arms turning magnetic or any of that shit, that's just dumb.
I've got like 10 friends of mine that refuse to do the vaccination, and they all lost their jobs.
And
And
I
then
feel
they're
A requirement? Was it? It became a requirement.
Yeah, like here, like because my company's based in DC. In DC, in order to have a business, everybody's got to
It's
be
going to be with
vaccinated.
government. Yeah, because you're dealing mostly with government. Makes
Mhm.
sense. Yeah,
So-
the military too. A lot of the military personnel that I work with are refusing to take the
Mhm.
and yeah.
But anyways, enough about
I
that craziness.
see it differently, dude. If you're gonna refuse, then deal with the consequences. You
Yeah.
know,
Mhm.
you gotta deal with the consequences. You know,
Yeah.
when you're sitting in a room and there's a tube down your throat, and people are you thought you had weeks to go, and now it turns into hours because you're never going to see your relatives again.
Mhm.
Things are going to change. And
Yeah, I feel that too. Like
I do though think people shouldn't be forced. Like, I don't think,
Yeah.
because that just opens up a whole can of worms. That just opens up a whole realm of places that government just does not belong in. At that point, just be a dictatorship.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but the thing is, Ralphie, the thing is this: it wouldn't be a dictatorship. But the thing is, it's the same thing if someone stands in line at the counter with a cart behind you and he rams you on your fucking heels the first time you said, "Hey, sorry, dude, you just rammed me in the heels. Could you please back off?" He doesn't listen. He stays there. It happens a second time. You still hit him up. You stay kind of friendly the second time, and then it's the third time. Dude, what the fuck? You're always ramming in my heels. Back the fuck up.
Thank God you said
that's where-
heels.
And that's where people are starting to get pissy and acting up and coming across like, dude, what's your fucking tone? I tried to tell you 3 times and you didn't listen. And this is where I say with the vaccination with COVID, people didn't listen when they tried nice. Please wear your mouth protection. We need to stop this. They didn't listen. And they tried 2, 3, 4, 500 different times and they didn't listen. So that's out of stupidity. And now it's up to government to take this in their hands and say, okay, you wouldn't want to listen.
Mhm.
Now we got to grab your pocket. If you're not going to, mount up and do your part, you're going to get fired, you're going to get fined, whatever. And that's where people again act up. But they
What-
were stupid at the start. So it's their own fucking fault.
Well, like, see, there's there's different circumstances for different things. Like people that can't get them. Like me, I can't get the third one.
Okay?
What'll happen if you do? It just complicates your whatever you're going. Whatever
yeah,
kind of-
because my immune system and shit like that right now. That's a whole totally different
That's right.
story.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, not to make all this the whole podcast dark this week. Holy shit, have we?
It's all right.
It's all good.
We'll
We gotta
brighten
get
things
dark
up.
every
We'll
once in a while,
gradually brighten things up.
right?
I guess it's something that affects everyone. You know, this is something that
It's
affects
crazy,
everybody.
like dealing with all this. Like I understand people are already pissed off at the government as it is, and then now like I saw something somewhere in like the Washington Post about they're talking about another round of stimulus checks. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
People are working. There's
I
a
don't
lot
get
of
it
people
either, bro.
working.
Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's a
I
bunch
don't
of people on.
know. I don't know where it is. Like I remember seeing something in the Post about it, and I'm like, okay, like
And yeah, why are we
if
giving
people that are
money?
working then
Yeah.
shouldn't be getting it. Like they should be, or like people that were given opportunity to get jobs. Like I've got friends of mine where they're not working because they didn't take the vaccine, and then they went to go file for unemployment. They couldn't get unemployment. And they got pissed off about it. I'm like, well, you know, I mean, that's kind of like any
That is
job,
common.
like you denying a job, like, you know, an application. But yet
Yeah.
they're the same people that go every year to get flu shots.
Yeah, that's and that's the idiotic part, you know.
I'm like,
I know
okay,
I'm
you go get. They're like, yeah, I just got my flu shot, and I'm like, how do you not? How do you know it wasn't a COVID shot? They just looked at me, and I was like, you don't know? I mean,
I mean, the thing is, I'm probably the one in a very unpleasant position. I know that, you know. I mean, it's a rough opinion that I got, but the
oh
people
no,
had
dude,
it.
no,
No, I mean
know what?
because
No, I get it.
I agree with you, dude. Like, I mean,
I understand. Believe me, I do.
mhm.
What I don't understand is why people are so scared of it, given that like a lot of us already taken it and none of us have gotten the third arm or anything.
Well, that's immediate. Like I understand both sides. You know,
Mhm.
I
So do
understand my you know, I understand from a personal level because I have family that is like dead set against it. And I'm not the typical person where if we're gonna talk about, you know, your reasons versus my reasons, you know, it's a matter of opinion. And if you have an opinion, that doesn't mean you're wrong. It's an opinion. You know, you're
Yeah.
not you know, you're not speaking from anyway.
Yeah, no,
I,
I
I
get it.
have I have I have
I don't
family
have any
members that are
disciples. And I don't have books after me. So I mean,
right.
you know,
You know, I have people that are on both sides of the fence, and I don't treat anybody any differently. You know, as far as I'm concerned, I try to be as responsible as I can because I have little ones,
Yeah.
and you know, we're adults and they speak their piece, but I don't treat them any differently. They have a right. They have a right to question. They have a right not to trust. And you know, when they hit you with things like what, you know, like today, just today, this question was asked. You know, okay, so you know, you got the shot, and I said, yes, I did. And he goes, okay, you're not protected though. And I said, you're right. And then he goes, I got it. I got the disease and I have antibodies. So why is the public at large blaming me for not getting a vaccination
but the
when
antibodies only go but so far, though.
so does the vaccine.
Yeah, that's why
The
they keep
vaccine
giving the
only goes
boosters and stuff.
the vaccine, yeah, the vaccine
No,
only goes
I
so
get it.
far.
But what I'm saying too is also for like flu and everything else. Like if everybody's been getting other vaccines historically, I just don't understand why this of all of them at this time. Now I can understand earlier when nobody knew what the hell was going to happen. If you, like I said, if your balls would fall out or something. But,
Yeah.
Especially
it's
people
like,
that are getting like the flu shot regularly every year, dumbasses.
Yeah.
And then
and
Well, see now,
then they
but
won't.
now, you know, now I don't know if you know anybody's paying attention to it, but the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines are, you know, they've been approved for kids, and
Yeah, I saw that.
within months, people are getting myocarditis and you know enlarged hearts and all kinds of circulatory
That did
problems.
happen to a friend of mine. His heart
No,
didn't get
you know,
enlarged when he got the first
neurological
shot.
problems. My buddy's 15-year-old son is in the hospital right now. He's got some kind of a valve issue, and it was like within weeks of getting his booster shot. And it's just you just don't know. And then the way things are going down with the information of what's available, and then the flip floppiness from this guy, and then wear a mask, don't wear a mask, wear a mask, wear two masks. That's too much. It's just the way things are happening here in the United States, the way we're handling it. It feeds it feeds that distrust. And
That's
I
not
don't blame I don't
roughly
blame
that.
any I don't blame anybody for not trusting it. I don't blame anybody at all, because it's just every day in the news is just something else. And then somebody takes something like this. And this is the part that pisses me off the most. When
The
you
fun part,
politicize it.
the fun part is it's not even only in the United States because it's over here too. Like I
Yeah.
said beforehand, a few hundred times, our country is probably only about a 20th of you guys.
Yeah.
But the thing is, in my state, you only have to wear mouth protection indoors until you are at your place, may it be in some bar or restaurant or
Yeah.
cinema or whatever. When I was with Dennis over the weekend now, we went to cinemas, we went to watch Encanto,
Hmm.
and
Mm.
we had to wear our mouth protection even at the place we were sitting at. Only if we were drinking or eating popcorn, nachos, whatever, we were allowed to take our protections down. That's it. You're watching the movie the whole time like this. And with a fucking beard, the fucking humidity below that, my whole lower face was
Bro.
sweating the whole time,
Bro.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I got one
But
too,
that,
Jay.
Yeah.
but that's the problem, that's it. And this is the thing. In that regard, I get you, Ralphie. I absolutely get you. Like it's super weird with these very, very wibbly wobbly fucking rules. Like you look to the right, oh, he has to wear it. You look to the left, he doesn't.
I'm not,
You,
I'm not
you
against.
know,
I'm not against people not taking it. I'm not at all. I just
Yeah.
don't understand why. Like, especially again, that's my
yeah.
just what I'm
But
like.
It's
the
kind
thing
it's
is,
kind of weird that like I've got some of these other friends that I have. Some of them are so freaked out by it they'll wear the mask,
yeah.
but then they're like, "Well, I'm going to get it no matter what anyway," which it's true. No matter what, it's like the flu. You're going to get it one way or another.
Yeah, I even have the thought. I have actually the faith that I had it probably, and I just went over it. I don't know because
So
I went through this way too easy. I also forgot to wash my hands in a few in a few spots. Like when I went from the outside, I went on the inside and all that stuff. Like I did that. So I got the strong faith that I actually catched it, but I went over it.
mhm.
So I think I could actually go out and I might actually not contract it. But the thing is, this is not my decision to make. I made my conscious decision to be part of the solution and not of the problem. And that's where no matter what, everybody should come in and say, okay, that's what I'm doing too. But no, people are acting out weird. My freedom, and I don't want a magnetic arm, or I don't want to get, I don't know, fucking Cyclops vision, or whatever. Like they come up with the weirdest fucking
Well,
Shit,
reasons.
I
I
mean,
hope
there is one thing.
Yeah, I
I
would
There,
hope
love
I
to,
turn into
like
War
I would,
Machine.
I would, I would, I would love to, but it's
See,
not gonna
Ralphie's
happen.
luck. He would
to
get the Cyclop vision, but it would be opposite. It'd be down in his penis. Like,
to be fair,
I hope I
how
turn
how
into
does
War Machine.
honey duck.
the problem is how does one get compensated if things do go sideways?
Contact JG
That's
Wetworth.
the real issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
On a shot. That's I think like does the family get compensated?
There is no
for-
compensation, bro.
That's the problem. So
There's
that,
nothing.
that's
The
There's
minute you
nothing.
sign up, for the shot, that nobody's liable. The makers are not liable.
yeah, that's
Mhm.
the thing. You sign off on it.
Mhm.
The thing is, I
And
feel
and
like,
that also kind of helps. That also kind of helps the confusion, because you put
Yeah.
out this shot and you don't back the product up at all. and then there's this onus on everybody having to have it, and
Mhm.
it creates a distrust. It creates a problem. It creates a just a total a distrust, and you don't want the conspiracists to have any fuel to the fire,
Yeah,
but you're not doing anything to douse it.
yeah.
Mhm.
Instead of just
Ralph,
instead of pinning that person down and saying, "Do it," because I said so, and that's not it's not productive. Not productive at all.
the
You
thing
mean
is,
like the
Ralphie,
president?
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. There's a problem, or there's a big problem that presents to all of us at a certain point. There is no solution to it. If as long as not everybody gets a vaccination, and there's at least a 100% chance, a 100% potential to eradicate this stuff will always exist. I feel we are over that point anyhow. It's in the air, it's everywhere. I have the strong faith that we have to live with this now. We are
Yeah,
at the
Mhm.
Yeah,
point
we're stuck
I
with it.
agree.
Period.
we
It's
gonna
never gonna
right.
go
We're
away.
stuck with it. The
Yeah.
only thing it's now coming down to is, do we keep the protection up or not? But that's not my call to make. If it would be my call to make, I would actually say, you know what? Everybody gets vaccinated. I don't give a shit who you are. It's not
Mhm.
dictatorship I'm doing. I'm putting the hammer down to maximize to 100% the chance to eradicate it. You have no speech in this. I learned to appreciate collateral damage the last few years because there are rough calls to make.
Mhm.
That's just the point. It's a rough point even for politicians, but it is a concept that is a valid concept.
Yeah,
And
this is a no-win situation. You can't,
Yeah.
on the one hand,
exactly.
even if it worked, right, and say that we were able to eradicate thing, nobody will know that until you won't really feel the benefits of how awesome that move. History won't talk about it until way later. Until then,
Yeah.
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 there's a lot of pissed off people who believe that this is
I also
that
feel
this
like
was tyranny in its purest
yeah.
Yeah.
form.
Like I also feel like the current times are also a big problem.
Yeah.
Like imagine during the times of the Black Death. There weren't such problems. People got the vaccination. People were done. It was killed off, so to speak. I don't know the complete history, but nevertheless, to get the comparison, it's the worst pandemic ever since. So now the times are our freedom and woke this and I don't know social justice warriors that and
Yes.
I'm this person. I identify as she her and all that different stuff. People need to get their head out of their ass and
It's not going to happen. Not.
see there are 7.5 billion fucking people on this planet.
I'm gonna say something
And
very controversial, man, because I kind of agree with your train of thought. I believe that there's just too much freedom.
I can fly.
yeah, exactly.
There's way too much.
That's the problem. Like I'm not going
So-
the way
I'm a dog.
I,
As a
I'm
matter
not
of fact,
going. I'm
I
not,
identify
I'm not
as a
going down the
goddamn
route.
dog.
I'm not going down the route that there is a dictatorship needed because it is not. Democracy is absolutely needed because otherwise there would have been Yeltsin or fucking Hitler
Hmm.
over I don't know 80 90 years ago and we would still be there. But this is not the point of view. The point of view is and I feel like this is where the hammer needs to be put down. Everybody needs to get a vaccination because there are always going to be people that say, I need my freedom. I'm not going to do this. I don't believe in this. But yet still you voted for the politicians that you now don't trust.
I think what they need to do is that just say nobody take the vaccination and then just everybody get in those bubbles like in Bubble Boy and then just run around.
Now I'm getting extra vaccinated because I want my fucking bubble wrap bowl.
Yeah, right. Like
I'm just
do
waiting
it.
to turn into cyborg. I want to turn into cyborg. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
but like I said, you're
Yes,
gonna have
want
that
my
like.
power.
a couple inches. You know what I'm saying? I could
I
use
want
a
to take my
couple
finger and
inches.
hook up to the internet, man.
Yo, I'm a fucking psycho. If tomorrow there would be, I don't know, some kind of propaganda for cybernetic limbs, you know what I would do? I would get my legs very proudly chopped off above the knee and get new cybernetic knees because I hate mine.
What I need,
Stay off them, dude. You're
100% do
good.
that.
what I need is a cybernetic goddamn whatchamacallit, endocrine system and a cybernetic goddamn.
I thought you were gonna say a cybernetic larger penis. Like,
Yeah.
Oh no, that's coming. That's not my priority though. I want to live
Or
long
even-
enough to develop that.
Hey, or
So
what
first-
you said, you know, like if
Literally.
if the fucking Terminator future would roll around the corner, I would gladly just get myself skinned, get my brain put in a T-800 endoskeleton, and then get the skin all over.
you know,
that.
the first thing you're gonna do is like jerk off with like the robotic hand.
Mm,
Is it like a
Wasn't
strap-
it like that video that
I
guy's arm just starts going like this? Like,
I would
Anyway.
I would probably get overwritten by Skynet and snitch on all of humanity.
Dude,
Probably.
you'll tear the skin off. You'll tear the skin right off, man.
Yeah.
You kidding me? You get one of those robot arms moving.
yo, you're like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? It's not like bubble gum. You can't stretch it that far. Like, what the fuck? Like,
But I want to.
oh shit.
With all the fucking pandemic shit, I want to see Ralphie like really use his stick like.
Oh god.
That's what I want to see.
Wow. I can't get. I don't know why I can't get that image out of my head now. What the fuck, honey? I cut the toilet in half again. Sorry. Like,
And the rest of the house because lightsaber is idiotic and light is endless.
you just imagine him like waking up in the morning with morning wood and all like this giant lightsaber sticking out of his pants. Like,
I also want to have like the sound increase with the power of the wood. So morning wood will be a like in Spider-Man Homecoming with this when this fucking cutlery gun actually cut open the State Island ferry like.
oh god.
And I want to have the seismic charge sound of Slave One to it.
He's like, and then when I ejaculate, I'll sound like the plasma cannon from like the X-Men video game, or what is it, the Marvel video games, like the Iron Man's plasma cannon. Anyway, wow, we got way off course on that shit. Anyway,
but I feel like we saved the episode. We were dark so hard, and now we're
oh
nerds.
yeah, we're hard, all right.
By the
Okay,
way, toys and comics.
Oh, toys.
Yeah.
It's a lightsaber and a penis. But
It's a
it's
Remember,
equally.
Honey,
I can
did you get
equally play
morning
with
wood
both.
again?
Yeah.
it's like it's both for a boy and
So-
a girl.
So now that we fucked all this up,
I know, right?
do we want to individually talk about our weeks? Like, let's go with Tim. Fuck it.
Okay, cool. You're not Tim. Yeah, that. So yeah.
So how was your week?
My week was fucking good, dude. Like rest of the week was pretty silent. The
And
usual,
deadly.
you know, like reviews and doing orders for our store. We actually did the year end for it, so we actually counted through all we got. So that was fun actually. And Thursday noon, I drove to Dennis for New Year's Eve and all that. So those were, I don't know, 3.5 hours of driving, but with my own car, with my own music, so at my own pace. That's always
Nice.
fun. So big freedom, big freedom. So that's good. And then yeah, we just had some fun. We bullshit. We sit together, me, him, his wife, his kid, the dog, and his the one cat is Paranoia 101. You want to look up paranoia on the dictionary, you see the picture
She's
of
like
a
some big assholes in my house.
yeah, but the assholes, but those are also the assholes she knows for fucking 10 years. Like this cat is loco, you know. So but the other two cats are a joy. They're so small, and if you think cats are like when you pick them up, they are fluid. These two cats are, they're so cute, man. Like sugar pressed in cat form. Not kidding you. It's beautiful. So yeah, we did that on Friday. Like I said, we went to cinemas Encanto, the new Disney movie. That's pretty good. Pretty much recommend that. Nice animation, good music. Yeah, just went outside a little bit, and the evening, New Year's Eve, actually, we stayed with a few friends of theirs. So much food, like like saying I was stuffed doesn't even begin to cut it. Like I didn't end up feeling empty for the next, I don't know, next day until noon or whatever. I ate so much. We had we had pulled pork muffins wrapped in bacon with some feta dips with garlic and I don't know, bell pepper, cheese sticks, there's so much shit, like crazy, so good. Last year I was all alone over New Year's Eve. My dad didn't really feel so much about partying or celebrating anyway whatsoever. So this year was a high point. So that was good. We were all in all we were 7 adults with 4 children and 2 dogs. So that was good times. Wasn't bad by 3:30 a.m. on the first, and yeah, slept a little, and then drove home by 1:30 p.m. Again, 3.5 hours back. But yeah, the good thing is the stay with Dennis and the New Year's Eve and all that seemingly rebooted my sleep rhythm because
Nice.
today I slept 10 hours and
Nice.
Was it glorious?
10
Oh,
hours.
I am so envious.
Tim's like, I was so tired, I actually woke up with morning wood for the first time.
no, but the thing is really like I was so tired. I didn't mean to go to bed yesterday around 10:30 p.m. But I was like, I want to go to bed. I just lie down for 10 minutes. 2 hours
want
later,
to get some sleep.
yeah, but 2 hours later I got up and I'm like, that wasn't nearly enough, and I can't stay awake now. Here's your food, cat. I'm off to bed. And the next thing I know, it was 10 a.m. and oh, that was so good.
Sounded glorious.
It was, and I'm looking forward to do that again.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's it for me. Ralphie, how was your week?
The week was it was pretty good. A little tiring. Uh, let's see. Shortly after Christmas, we just vegged out the 26th. Just vegged out just to recover from the, as me and Jason talked about in our last episode. We were up to the wee hours wrapping gifts and setting stuff up for the kids, and
Mhm.
we finally were just like, "Buh," and we just vegged out that Sunday. Um, the following Monday, I go to work, business as usual. Um, and the week was, I don't know, it was kind of slow moving. Um, I still haven't had a chance to play with any of my Christmas haul. Um, yeah, it's been all, there was, as we were talking about before, one of the faculty members at my son's school tested positive. So
Man,
out of
Oh shit.
precaution, yeah, out of precaution, they closed the school. So the kids have been home this whole, what, since before Christmas, and you go to work, you come home, and you open the door, and there they are, Daddy, and it's Daddy daycare till it's time to go to bed.
Petri
So,
dish.
yeah, I haven't had a chance to. I haven't had a chance to open any packages and play with stuff and
What?
set anything up. Yeah, it sucks. And I've been too pooped to stay up at night and you know you know play with my toys. Um, but it all in all, it was a pretty decent week. Um, as I mentioned before, New Year's Eve. I mean, it's been 2 3-day weekends in a row for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so New Year's Eve, I was like, I'm shoot, I don't have to work, so I'm gonna stay up. We're gonna watch the ball drop. We're gonna have some champagne. Put the kids to bed early, and we're gonna be able to relax and bless the new year, the right way, the way it should be. 9:35 p.m. We were nodded, the two of us, just pooped. We didn't hear, see, or anything. Didn't get any of those like fancy shows that they put on TV to watch the ball drop. None of that stuff. It was just
Mm-hmm.
another regular day. But then the highlight came. My sister-in-law and I are very close. I was able to. I performed her wedding. I married her to her current husband, and we're very, very, very tight. And
Nice.
with everything that has been happening, we haven't seen each other in ages. And this Saturday, we just, packed up the kids and said, you know what, we're gonna go out to Titi Fifi's house, and we packed up the van to about I would say about 100 miles or so.
Mm-hmm.
2-hour road trip. Hooked the kids up. They watched TV the entire trip, and no throwing up, no diaper accidents, none of that stuff. It was just a really smooth ride. We get there, we get to spend time. It was just a really nice family time. Lots of hugging, lots of talking,
Cool.
catching up. It was nice. It was really nice. And then she threw down the Spanish food, bro. The rice,
Oh,
the
bro.
chickpeas, the pasteles, bruh. It was fire. The pasteles, Mule, you being a Filipino, you know what a pastel is. I think you have a different name for it.
What's it made of?
It's shoot. Now you're gonna ask a very. It's like a oh, it's it's kind of hard to explain. You take vegetables and you grind them down into
Yeah.
like a thin. You guys make they're white, and then you put olives and meat in them.
That's
Um,
racist.
they're yeah, like in Spanish. I know the words in Spanish. I can't really say them in
Say it in
Filipino.
Spanish. It might be in. It might be in.
Yeah,
There's a lot
they
of
are very
Tagalog in
common.
Spanish. Yeah.
You take vegetables and stuff, and you
Right.
you grind them down, and then you make what is called we call masa, and you wrap it in banana leaf, and to prepare it, you basically boil it. I know they make it in the Philippines because I had it. I had it
Yeah.
in Manila.
It's like
So,
it's like vegetable dough or something like that, right?
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
yeah.
Interesting.
And there's another thing that we make in the Philippines. They call it Durong.
I love
Um,
that. That's my absolute favorite.
Oh
right
my
there.
God, that stuff's like
Absolute
crack.
favorite. It
That
is,
stuff
it
is
really is.
crack. We had some of that, and then she pulls out her crown jewel. She pulls out her signature baked ziti. Oh my God, dude.
FYI, guys, what turon is, at least in translation to America, as my Americans friend call it, is a banana fritter. That's
Yeah.
what they call it.
Oh, what? Banana
Banana
fritter?
fritter.
Banana
Yeah,
fritter.
it's basically banana wrapped in this really awesome
It's like
Lumpia
mashed and everything,
thing,
right? And it's
right.
wrapped up and everything else.
with,
Yeah.
with gosh damn brown sugar
Uh-huh.
and yeah, deep fried. It's fucking delicious, man.
It's almost like
It's-
Bananas Foster, but like the white people version of Bananas
Okay,
Foster.
when you said fritter, it sounded to me like you would mash the bananas and put it like in kind of pancake dough and then try to do that or anything.
Well, not really a pancake dough per se. It's more like it's just wrapped in a lumpia and then deep fried. It's that's what I'm sure the real banana fritter is
Hey,
mixed in
dude,
with
it
that.
still sounds delicious. And what
Sounds
Ralph
fucking
just told me-
amazing.
It's crack. It's crack,
Yes.
dude. It's crack. You have one, next thing you know, you're eating 6, 7 of them.
Do you have some
Yes.
coquito?
It's just freaking crack. Coquito, I think that kind of goes without saying. You can't walk into a
Yeah.
Spanish house and there isn't any coquito. We had,
Yo, that shit's flowing at my house too. So I mean, and I'm white, so it's like, you know, I got my Puerto Rican card. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, dude,
we had, we have the coquito.
Ralphie, I just looked up cojito. Is that a cocktail?
It is.
It's
Yeah,
Puerto Rican eggnog.
it's like a dessert cocktail kind of.
It's like coconut rum,
Yeah,
milk,
says-
like
it says here,
vanilla
coconut-
extract, cinnamon, stuff like that.
Yeah, it says here coconut, typically rum and coconut with lime and mint.
Yeah.
Yo, it's some good
There's a
shit,
number-
dude. You
a
get fucked
number
up
of
quick
ways.
off that.
Yeah, there's a number of ways you can make it. Some people they put vanilla extract, some people add cloves, some
Mhm.
people take banana puree and put it in.
Yo, you see
Um,
some dude do it with Nutella, and I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Nutella?
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Whoa.
There's all kinds of creativity out there with people making all kinds of. I saw peanut butter and jelly coquito, like it's just out there. People
Peanut
are
butter
just.
jelly time.
But anyway, yeah, we had the coquito, and we had, my wife started making bellinis, and
Ooh.
yeah, so it was a really nice time, dude. It was a really nice time. The kids were nice and beat, so when we packed the van to come home, they slept the entire trip. That was the most wonderful, quietest ride I've ever been on since they were born. It was wonderful.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you could actually hear yourself thinking stuff. It was great. And that was it, man. That was pretty much this week. It was not so eventful, but it was good. It was good. How about you, Yule?
That's all it takes.
Well, so the middle of the week was kind of like, man, just kind of trying to get to the new year, pretty much. Just working as much as I can, doing trying to knock out as much work as I can before the inevitable next Monday. It's going to be a mess because everybody's coming back. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
all the stuff that I was waiting for is all going to fucking come in a floodgate. It's all going to just start coming at once, and then I'm like, I better catch up. But the highlight of my week was pretty much when Tim sent me a link to this awesome synthwave album that I haven't been able to purchase yet, but I will. But it was pretty good. I was just like, oh man, I better not listen to it too much before I use a credit card on something I'm supposed to.
Yeah, man, Neon Tannic, man, Ultra Wave. That is the one good fucking record.
Hell yeah,
Oh,
actually.
you gotta send me the link to that shit so I can listen.
Yeah, synthwave is what's up, man.
We'll do that.
Tim understands what tingles my soul when it comes to music.
Always a pleasure.
And pretty much as soon as obviously I watched I couldn't wait to watch the Book of Boba Fett. I like it. I know it was a huge kind of
We'll talk about that in a little bit if you want to.
we will.
so that was fun for me. And pretty much throughout all of New Year's, all I did was pretty much watch Cobra Gosh Damn Kai.
Bro,
I loved it. That's all I
we
did.
binged that shit on Saturday.
I binged that today, all in one go.
Yeah. I couldn't help myself. I didn't even socialize with nobody on New Year's with the family in the party. I was just like, I'm watching some Cobra Gosh Damn Kai.
Yeah.
And that's all I did. And then after it was done, that's when I ended up talking to everybody. But for a good solid block of how many hours that show was? Like 10 hours.
Mhm.
To nobody.
It was a good chunk for sure.
I was watching. I was like, yes. And pretty much that was my week, short of the hauls and stuff. So
Oh, we'll get to that. I'm pretty sure somebody got some decent hauls this week.
I
what about
I
you,
don't I don't have anything. I paid
I don't-
Jay for
Jay did.
something nice, so you will see that next week. But this week I'm 100% empty.
Naughty.
No, always that, but in halls empty.
Nice. So was that the rest of your week, dude?
Yep. So yeah, what about you, Jay? How was your week?
It was good. All right, next. No. No, it was pretty. I worked, tried to get a bunch of stuff done. Of course, me and my one coworker, we were. Everybody else is gone. We were the one answering emails and stuff like that. Nobody else was, and of course, I got a strange feeling that people are going to start freaking out tomorrow. But worked a couple of days this week. Crossed my fingers. I did my last cancer treatment. Hopefully.
Fingers crossed, dude.
So, did that. Hung out with people. Been playing Call of Duty throughout the week with different people. Got Chuck. We got our little crew going on. Now it looks like Wolfenstein got an Xbox. It looks like he may be playing too.
Oh, nice.
So we've been kind of doing that, and then, of course, last Sunday we saw my mom and him. Like I said, for God damn, my camera keeps autofocusing weird. You see that? It's strange.
Sometimes.
I wonder if it's
What's going
got some. My camera keeps randomly autofocusing and I have it turned off. Oh,
Interesting.
anyway. Maybe it's because you can see the screen of my glasses and it's fucking with it. Who knows?
Perhaps.
Just go like this, like grandfather style.
Or the thing is, your camera's trying to figure out two different heads, your face and the Autobot Punisher symbol.
No, it's probably because my head's so fucking big. It's probably looking at me and fucking what's his name sitting back over here, like like creeping over my shoulder, swamp thing right there.
No, it's like an orange on a toothpick.
Right. So yeah, so my week was pretty chill. Didn't do too much, Got some stuff done around here. Obviously spent time with Bethany. It's been pretty quiet around here. What was it? Saturday? Was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. No, Friday. Friday night, I ended up doing a hangout for New Year's, and because we didn't do the Wolfenstein ball drop. So we ended up doing that. A bunch of us were on there, and then Saturday morning, because I got that RC truck, for Christmas and gift certificates and shit like that. So I ended up
That
finding
thing's got a nice body.
Thanks. No one's told me that in a while, but kidding. So I'll show you here in a second in part of the halls, but I got the truck. I already started ripping part of it apart because I've already started getting parts for it. Went to the RC shop. And I went to this one local shop, and I walked in, and I was like, I haven't done RC in a while. I used to do it all the time. It was this one shop's name. I'm not going to say their name now, but they were a shop before, got hurt in a pandemic, and then they sold to somebody else. And they gutted the whole place, and they only sell one brand of RC, and that's it. And I walked in, I was like, do you guys have parts for the one that I have? And the guy turned his nose up at me, like all fucking pretentious, like he had a dick up his ass, like saying, no, we don't do those here. And then had this like fucking head tilt shit going on.
No, sir, we don't do that here.
So I proceeded to tell him he can fuck off, and I decided to walk out the store because I was about to drive $5 on him. So never mind. And the guy's like, "Oh, wait, we could probably no, fuck you." So because I had $500 worth of gift certificates I've been holding between like birthdays and stuff like that I have gift cards and shit that I haven't been able to use. And I was like, okay, I'm going to use all this stuff. I was going to buy a bunch of parts, but now I wasn't going to do it. So I found another one, which shout out to those guys. I can't remember the name of them. That was the first time I went there, was the other day. And dude, I walked in there. The guy was knowledgeable. The first thing the guy said to me was, and I looked at him, I said, hey, I said it's been a couple years since I've done RC, and he's like, you've never left. And I was just like, all right, this guy's cool. All right. So we were walking around talking about shit, told him what I had. And he's like, okay, it's similar to this truck. He's like, we don't have that one here. We sell it, but we don't stock it typically because it's harder to get. So he's like, yeah, we got parts for it. So I bought some miscellaneous parts. I got a truck body for it, which I'll show you here in a little bit in the halls. Beyond that, just between Saturday and today, we fucking binged Witcher. We binged Cobra Kai season 4. I'm trying to think, was there anything else? No. So that's what. Oh, we watched Boba Fett. So, but that was it for my week.
Nice.
So, what about halls?
Yeah.
Before that, Jay, what time is it?
I forgot. It's time to nerd up or shut the fuck up. Oh my god, I even butchered that one bad. Anyway,
That's how to start the new year, with a good butcher.
right. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope everybody has a good year. So, all right. So let's go to Tim since it's short and sweet.
Next.
That's it.
My bunghole.
I got a chocolate starfish for Christmas.
Right.
That's my hole. That's my hole.
That could be the name of the episode.
That's my hole.
Ralphie, what'd you get?
What did I get? I
Something you haven't played with yet.
I got into a phone conversation with a friend of mine about some RC stuff. So,
Oh yeah, really? That was interesting.
So I've got these 3 vehicles that have been collecting dust for about a year or two, basically since the pandemic happened.
Mhm.
And I decided to bring them back to life. And
Ooh, nice.
all these NiCad batteries are all dead. So your boy went to the local hobby shop, gave those suckers in, and came home with a bunch of LiPo batteries.
Yeah, baby.
And this week I'm going to be updating some of the software and some of the trucks. And I think the first one I'm going to get going is my stadium truck. Because that one is
That's Traxxas, right?
the stadium truck is a Traxxas.
Mhm.
It was a 4-wheel drive stadium truck, and I've modified the hell out of it. I've got I don't want to get all crazy, but it's got a Proline body. I've done wheels, tires. I've done shocks, springs, control arms. I've done all kinds of stuff with this thing. So that one's first. With the LiPo that I'm going to be putting in, this thing's going to probably be doing about 75, 77 miles per hour. And that's I think that's pretty good for me. I'm good with that. And then I'm going to get my carpet racer going again, and we're going to start drifting that sucker.
Oh, you saw
and
mine.
I just want to personally thank you, Jay, because I am back down this stupid rabbit hole. So
You're welcome.
so yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything else? I haven't really. Oh yes, my kids. My wife made a mistake. She went food shopping with my daughter, and my daughter's one of those. Especially in the candy aisle. Oh, we need one of these, and we need one of these. Oh, we gotta have one of these. So she picks out an assorted. I mean, I could. It's right over here. I hide it from them now. She got me an assortment of Jelly Belly, jelly beans.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dude, crack. And
you got to be careful with some of that shit, yo. The popcorn ones are the goat, but like
Yeah.
that licorice one is doo doo. So.
Crack your teeth on a. I was gonna
It's
say,
like, dude, and it's like the size. It is literally the size of a work desk. There's got to be maybe 50 or 60 different flavors in there, and
is it like the Costco size, like one of those big
yeah,
jars?
yeah. It's like if the end of the world happened, like you could survive on it. It's one of those things. Like it's massive, and I was like, my daughter did this. All right, she's got snacks forever. So anyway, yeah, I got that, and I think that's about it. That's about it. That's about
So
it.
you got diabetes for this week.
Yeah,
So.
you know, I got sugar, I got diabetic shock, and that's it.
I got the beatus.
Yeah, diabetes. Diabetes. All right, let's see who's next. Coco, what'd you get?
well,
I was gonna say, please say.
I get Funko Pops, and Don't Starve is one of my more favorite.
Okay.
Oh, whoa!
Back in the day, I beta tested some of it back then.
Don't
and
starve.
yeah, pretty fun game. It's kind of like a top-down Minecraft where you try not to die. You know, you just play not to try to eat, survive. You know, that kind of thing. And this one's
Speaking of eating, Ralphie, what are you eating over there? I just saw that.
It's well, now that the cat's out of the bag, my wife just slipped me dinner through the doorway. My wife just slipped me dinner. That's part of my haul.
Prison door style. Do you have like a little opening in the box? And just slips it underneath?
She makes protein pasta, and to snazz it up, she puts it in like beef gravy, and then throws some chopped meat in there. And it's like a giant, just like a protein smorgasbord. There's ground beef and sausage, and I like sausage in my mouth.
That's definitely the name of the episode. We won't get banned for that. Tim's sitting there like, what the fuck? Can I look around the room so I didn't hear that?
Tim's pink. Tim is pink. We lost him. He gone.
I'll be staying here for the rest of the episode.
He gone.
Oh God.
It's very damn good. I'm sorry, you.
Sausage in your mouth is pretty damn good, yeah.
It's pretty damn good.
Speaking of Boba Fett,
what's the most you like about it, Ralphie? Like the volume, the size,
the girth,
shape, girth.
First off,
flavor,
the taste, maybe the drippiness.
Well, no. See, if you eat it with the right spoon, it fills your entire mouth, and then it explodes onto your taste buds.
Thanks for the experience. That is something I didn't know. I needed to know.
It's so good you don't wipe your mouth when it's done.
I wonder at what point my brain will shut off. Here.
The moment that thing goes in the side of your head from listening, like
I feel this could do an even better job.
In about 3 seconds, Tim's gonna go.
All right, Coco, continue.
Sorry for hijacking your halls.
Oh, no,
yeah,
no
man.
worries.
Sorry about that.
No worries at all. Guess what this is?
Star Wars?
The Boba.
Close.
Cobb
It's
Vanth?
Cobb Vanth.
Cobb Vanth.
The dude that was wearing Boba's armor in
Ah,
season 2.
the thief.
What,
Yeah.
dude? That's like the
Yeah.
ultimate kick in the nuts because it's the same character. All they had to do is just
Yeah.
rebrand the box.
That's like that's just like Dollar Tree Boba.
Yeah, I mean, but then, they were smart and actually did something like this.
Okay, all right, I'll
All
get
right,
it.
The chase
we took the
version,
helmet off.
The helmet off version. Yeah, man, Timothy Oliphant, a very good looking pop.
Timothy Oliphant.
He's a good actor too.
quite
Yeah.
honestly, Timothy Oliphant is the dude that I would have casted as a younger Kyle Reese in Terminator Genesis.
Yeah, I can see that.
Agreed. 100%. 100%. Because he's the closest to looking like a Michael Biehn still in his prime.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
in his
Yeah, yeah.
prime.
Even now, still, it's crazy.
And yeah, here's another really good one. This is from Cartoon Network. Courage the Cowardly Dog. What?
That's awesome.
Courage
I don't know if
the
you guys ever watched that
Cowardly
show.
Dog. I hear double morale in the name alone.
And then from Cartoon Network, we got Cow from Cow and Chicken.
Okay, never watched that.
You have to watch it, Tim, especially if you like Ren and Stimpy, because this was Cartoon Network's attempt at trying to replicate
Yeah.
Ren
Oh,
and Stimpy.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to what you got in your house. What you think would be something for me?
Oh no, it's coming, and believe me, you'll
Oh,
know.
it's
When you see it,
coming.
you'll be like, "It's
Ooh,
coming."
is that going to be
I'm
a
saving
weekly
that for
thing
last.
now?
Yeah.
And here we go, Mike. Chicken.
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 That's a huge cock.
Oh, you're there
I've never
again.
heard that in my entire life.
Yeah.
And of course, the mother of them all, the best part of the haul today,
Uh-oh.
especially since this was related to last week's haul for Tim. Metallica.
Oh.
No way.
Yes. And it comes with Jason Newsted, bitches. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Damn, son.
That comes with the album and everything too, right?
Yeah, everything. The black album. What you're seeing is the black album here. But yeah, I have that. I think I showed you guys the AC/DC one last time.
But
Mhm.
dude, can you actually, I don't know, can you assemble that in the box as kind of a 3-dimensional Black Album cover or what?
What it is, honestly, this is an actual. It's already set up. All you have to do is remove this and mount it on your wall. It comes with mounts on the back, like in the back of the. Well, when you open the box, obviously, and you mount this on the wall, there's already whatever the hell you call it to holes that you're allowed to mount to the walls with. It's there already. It's in place because it's meant to be displayed on a wall.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get
Every
Queen,
once in
the
a
Doors.
while, Funko does something where I want to flip them off hard.
Because you're like, I hate you, but that was good.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
That's how I feel every week, Tim. Believe it or not.
Yep.
And that was it for my holiday.
Damn, how am I going to go after that? A fucking Funko Pop
That
Metallica album?
dude. When I saw it, I was like, I have to.
I have to.
You
have
right,
to.
because
Black
nothing else
Album.
matters, right? Yeah, like
Exactly.
sorry, I had to throw that in there. That was so dumb. Well, you saw my RC truck, right?
Yeah, I did. That was awesome.
So here's the truck.
When you
I started
showed it to
ripping.
me,
So I pulled the
Wow.
plastic top off, right? So I pulled there was that plastic frame that went over. Well, I already started pulling it apart. Started modifying it, but just to kind of show you guys real quick, I got my truck body in and I put on some of the plastic pieces just to kind of fit it and put some decals on. And check this out.
when you showed the picture,
Bigfoot.
I started humming the song. And the muscle
Look at this.
machines,
Look at this.
the big bad dirty and mean.
All this is chrome plastic. That's plastic. I had decals on that and that. I was fitting it just to make sure everything was cool. Put the decals on here, and you flip it around. It's got the rear chrome bumper with Bigfoot on the back.
Nice.
Oh, that's rich.
Look at this. But
Nice.
so this is what I was talking about. So this is 10 scale, right? This is a 10 scale truck body. Well, they said this is a 10 scale RC truck.
And it's not?
But what I found out is that not only is it 10 scale RC truck, but they also use 8 scale buggy parts. So check this out.
Oh.
So what I'm gonna do is, either I'm gonna leave it like this, and then after it's painted and everything, or I'm gonna cut the metal from this piece here and the metal in the front, and then that way this sits lower on the body. But either way, it's within scale correctly of the length, but because of the way the metal thing hangs off the front, it plus this piece in the rear, and the reason why they have this is when it does a wheelie, Ralphie knows it'll actually stop it from flipping over.
Yeah.
But that's kind of fucked, that they switch scales with some of the parts.
So this is scales from two different pieces.
Yeah.
My monster truck is the same. My monster truck is supposed to be a 10 scale, but all the parts that I buy for it are the next scale up because they do that. That became a thing. It's a Traxxas Summit. For anyone that follows, it's the same thing. It's super articulate, and I guess the only way they can get that going is by mixing scales together. So getting bodies for it, now they're more common, but back in the day,
bodies are hard as shit to get for it to fit it just right.
Mm-hmm.
So, so I got a couple other parts from the RC place. Obviously, I picked up a new connector for the battery. I'm actually doing Spectrum, which they do like smart batteries and shit like that. Rafi, you're familiar with them, right? So, bam, look at that.
100 cell burst rate.
Oh, yeah. Dude, and check this out. So,
that thing's going to have some balls. Yeah, that truck's going to be nasty.
What?
Uh-oh.
Why did I was like, why'd you send me that?
Why send who? Why send who? What?
No.
I'm trying to type. Sorry about that.
No, he was typing. It accidentally sent me something. So check this out. So my RC car has the same type of battery, just a different company, right? Now keep in mind, it's a couple years older than what this is. Well, the technology and everything got so much better and smaller that the fucking battery is half the size of what it used to be. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at this fucking connector on this shit. Look at the wiring.
Yeah, that's beefy.
That's thick.
This is, dude, as Ralphie can tell you, this is a beefy fucking battery for an RC.
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have zero knowledge, none at all, for RC shit.
Like this is a 3-cell or a 3S battery. They have like 2S up to 6S. Obviously, the higher you go, depending on the combination of gearing and shit like that, will make your shit crazy. But speaking of crazy, Ralphie, I got a Castle Creations 14 series.
Boom! Boomers! Yes!
Look at this motor.
A Mamba.
This
Nice.
Look at this thing is fucking wild. And not only that, it plugs into the ESC and it's censored, so I could do data logging and dyno at the same time.
Nice.
So I got that. I got the battery. I originally wasn't going to buy electronics, but there was a sale on them. That's why I grabbed them. And Ralphie knows, like, this is good shit. Like, this isn't like...
Yeah, you dropped some coinage there. That motor alone. Yeah.
I got a Mamba X. This is the... it's a waterproof electronic speed control, right?
Okay.
It's smart. It does to 6X or 2S to 6S LiPo batteries. Data logging the whole 9. And dude, look at this. Rafi, you're going to drop a brick when you see this thing.
Gee, God, that thing looks like a freaking car amp.
Look at this. So here's the connector that connects between this and the motor. This right here. Dude, it hooks up Bluetooth to my phone and I can tune it on the fly.
Of course.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's got a fan on the top of it. It's got capacitors here in the back. This obviously goes to the this connector goes to this connector for the battery. You know, this will go to like the servos and shit like that and everything else. It's waterproof. But dude, this thing, I can rebuild it. And it's funny, like their slogan, this is made by Castle, overpowering RC since 97. Like you could ask him, this is a crazy motor.
Yeah, somewhere Tim the Toolman Taylor is going, oh,
yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. But I have this particular version, but an older version in my RC car. And I like tuning all my own shit on the fly. So, but let's see here. Was that it for the week? Oh, I did get one thing. Shout out to Agabus. He got me a figure I've been trying to find for years. I was on his site and I had some points and some other shit on his site. Do you guys remember Guyver? The movie Guyver?
Yeah.
The one with Mark Hamill.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Hanny, but this is hard to find. He had a Figma Guyver in his warehouse he didn't even know he had.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
Nice one.
That's what's up.
And I've been looking for this thing since 2012, 2014. That's when it came out.
Damn.
That's the most underrated anime, man. You know.
Oh yeah, I used to love this shit. You open on his chest and then it has like where he blasts shit. No, that's not titties. But yeah, I've been looking for this thing for years and I wasn't gonna get it because it kept popping up. What the fuck? Oh, dude, when I went to lean down to go to RC truck, I hit the fucking thing to lower my seat. I was like, why do I look lower than normal? Like, anyway, but yeah, so I got this from Hanny. Shout out to him. Thank you very much. But yeah, that was it for my hauls this week.
Boom.
Cool.
So anyway, speaking of Hanny, I kind of want to give him a shout out.
Shout outs to Hanny.
Big
He
shout out
decided
to
to drop the ball on everybody. And let me pull this up, and I know where I'm going with this.
Oh yes.
So BotCon officially got announced. What the fuck? I typed in BotCon on Facebook and some big titty chick pop up.
That is weird.
Look,
Yeah,
look, look at you.
Right?
Yule's about to search it right now.
No, watch. I typed in BotCon and that popped up. Like, adore me. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, sponsored by Facebook. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't even I typed in BotCon of all things.
Are you sure? Are you sure you didn't type in BoobCon?
Let me go back. No, look, I typed in BotCon official and it popped up as fucking adore me fucking lingerie wear. What the fuck? Anyway, we're not going to get flagged for that. But shout out to BotCon 2022, presented by Agabus, Hanny of Agabus.com. It's going to be held at the Embassy Suites in Nashville, Tennessee, the weekend of August 25th to the 28th.
Boom.
So,
Tennessee.
yeah, that's going to be awesome. What's that?
I am still thirsty. No, I was just singing that song from Arrested Development back then.
we need to get whoever to go. So I don't know the particulars about it yet. Things are still in the works, it seems. But anybody come out, try to support Agabus. Because it's kind of like TFCon and Chosen Prime, that sort of thing. I think
this might be a little bit more epic. I think this is what is in
Nashville's a nice city.
Yeah.
It's actually at an embassy suite, so every room, and in fact, let me scroll down here where he talked about the rooms. So every room available is a suite with a kitchen area, dining space, front entertaining area, floor to ceiling windows of the city. The hotel, the top floor is at like 31 stories or something. Um, Free daily made breakfast for all guests. You know, like a buffet style type, I guess. Uh, Complimentary 2 hour reception for guests each night featuring appetizers, drinks, and adult beverages. That's included in the price of your hotel. Um, yeah, so that's 30. I'm sorry, it's 30 levels. It's got a pool top and a lounge up top, right above that you can kind of see in the pictures and stuff.
Nice.
There's also the bar, and there's multiple bars and restaurants built inside this building. So if you really didn't want to leave that area, you don't have to.
Do we have buddies? Do we have anybody that we know that actually lives that's from Tennessee? I mean, that's in the in our.
I don't know, to be honest. I know Sam Mead is like 4 hours from there. We were talking Saturday night. But so it's going to be pretty interesting. Nashville. Let me actually pull up. But when I looked at it, let me pull this. I'm guessing it's here. No. It may not even be up there yet because the damn thing's being built. The hotel's being built right now. And in fact, if you kind of look here in 3D, this whole entire area where this building is where that building is being built. If you look at the picture here, so you see the Coliseum off to the right in this building here. That's exactly this view right here. So the building is being built right here. There's a parking garage, everything. Dude, you got the National Museum of African American Music. You've got, Johnny Cash Museum and Cafe.
That is always cool. That is
dude.
Cool.
Oh yeah, dude. You got the honky tonk highway. Dude, they have a walk of garden where they got all this music and stuff playing. They got taverns and bars and everything all over the place. And then look, all down this road here, all this historic distilleries and restaurants, and Jason Adeline's, I know he's a country singer, kitchen and rooftop bar. And then if you look out over this way, there's like a bunch of different museums and cathedrals and all sorts of shit. And then you got like and then like all these amphitheaters and everything else and stuff overlooking the water, and you got the stadium and shit. But yeah, dude, this is where this is going to be at.
I can't wait.
Exciting.
I can't wait. I am so hyped for this.
Mm-hmm. And then this is the giant convention center and music hall right here. So yeah, right downtown too. So
yeah, I hope you guys got all the fun. I spoke about that with Dennis over the weekend. That's not possible for us.
Yeah,
absolutely not, because it's a summer break over here in Germany. So he's got his family. And
yeah, it's gonna kind of hard for him. Yeah, I understand.
And me probably re-entering employment. Then sorry, just no.
Yeah. So yeah, but congratulations to Hanny. If anybody gets a chance to, there's gonna be more announcements and stuff. All he did was the hotel block. That's already up. So he has that. There's going to be more stuff being announced.
So is that? I got a question. Is that kind of actually now? I mean, BotCon is is a word we know, but is that now actually Hanny's BotCon?
I'm not exactly sure how that works. That's a question that he's going to have to answer.
Okay.
So this
Um,
is this a Hasbro kind of ish sponsored?
that part I
Or-
don't know, because there's been speculation in the past that this was a Hasbro event, but I don't think it ever was. I think
I
that
mean,
was just speculation by people because it was, an official con and not a third party con because of stuff happening in the past with like Pete's what's his name, Pete, whatever his name is, that used to run it. He from what I understood, from what I'm reading, like, he's not involved in it anymore.
Okay.
It's a whole new team, so
those
we'll figure it
exclusives
out.
are cool. My favorite exclusives back in the day for BotCon was there's two of them. The ones that completed all the seekers for classics back in the day. I believe it's Game of something Deception, and third was the Shattered Glass set. That one was my favorite.
Yeah.
The first Shattered Glass. Yeah.
I enjoyed the Nexus Prime.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
From
Oh,
the back.
the orange one.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I
Yeah.
still have it floating around here somewhere. Still in the
But
packaging.
looking here, like I said, just follow his Facebook page and Instagram and all that for more information. There's more stuff coming from what I understood, so keep an eye out. But dude, he already sold out of all the king size rooms that he set up in the block.
Nice.
So I went ahead and booked a room, but I don't know if Bethany's going because she has to start work on the 22nd.
Yeah, my wife was already uttering too that she may not go. So I'm gonna have this.
I talked
Good.
to Russ.
More
Russ
sausage
and I are.
for us.
Hey,
I'm
I've already got a suite, so it sleeps up to 6 to 8 people in a room in a suite.
Damn.
Really?
Just yeah.
We're gonna have to talk after the show.
I'm just saying. Russ and I are going to be riding down because I checked the distance. It's like eight. It's probably right around 8.5 hours for me going south. So what we plan to do, what we briefly talked about, is I think Wednesday we're going to drive down halfway, stay the night. I found like a nice area with like some big Walmarts and big Targets and stuff, in a hotel like right off 81. So I'm thinking about just driving halfway down, staying the night, because it's a 3-day convention. It's not a 2.
Right.
And so waking up early Thursday and then driving the rest away. So that's what my plan is right now.
Sounds like a plan.
So
I'm sad that Tim won't go, because if I do wind up getting a room in case my wife does decide to, right now she's like 60-40 not going.
yeah.
If she gives me the okay, I was kind of sad Tim wouldn't go, because could you imagine me and Tim for the first time together in a hotel alone?
Yo, he want that German sausage, yo.
This would be, I mean,
He wants Tim to cook the German sausage.
to quote Bachelor Party, drugs and whores and hookers and fire trucks and guns.
To quote Ralphie, bruh. Oh God! Yeah, I would love to. I need to get back over there, but those last years it didn't quite work out, and this year I need to get back into employment. So just timing wise, it's all kinds
well, hopefully,
messed up.
fingers crossed, this is going to happen with all the pandemic shit. You know?
Yeah.
That's another one. Yep.
Yep.
For sure.
It seems like on the site, when you actually go to the BotCon's website and you click on the CDC guideline stuff, it actually redirects over to Handy's site, and it kind of gives you information on that, so people be able to check that out. Oh yeah,
I wish him all the best. You know,
congratulations to him, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
man.
Different different
Go
places.
get him, brother.
Always-
Go get him.
always a good point. You know, like Nashville is a cool town. That's something that I would.
It's
like
got
to
some
go
cool
on.
nightlife from what I understood.
Yeah, well, what I hear too. Yeah.
I haven't been down there in at least 20 years. I'm
Same
sure
here.
it's got to be really, really nice now, more modern. But I remember that Johnny Cash museum. I'm a Johnny Cash fan.
Same
that
here.
was
Same here.
that was very cool. It was very, very cool.
Coco, we may have to work something out about getting you to go.
Yeah, like going
know,
to get him.
Why you like Johnny Cash? I like Johnny Mathis.
There you go.
Look at me, helpless as a kitten up a tree.
So
Who sings
quick
like that?
quick shout out to I want to take a moment of silence. Betty White passed away.
Yeah,
I
I
know, so close to her 100.
Dude,
Yeah, 17 days.
You know what? She was heartbroken because she wouldn't be able to play Legos.
oh my god.
The requirement is from age 3 to 99.
Dude, so she was just crazy, like all the stuff she did. But like it's wild that all these people are freaking out right now because it's the end of the world. Like all these posts going up, end of the world. And I'm like, why is it the end of the world? And they're like, well, because
even Betty
White died.
Yeah.
Was it New Year's Eve or something like that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Before her 100th birthday. Like,
Yeah.
dude, if Betty White dies, like, what the fuck's gonna happen to the rest of the world? But
The thing is, I never. It's gonna be rough for you American dudes. I haven't seen a single episode of Golden Girls, and I don't see the appeal.
it's not necessarily the Golden Girls. It's all the shit she did after that, all the funny shit, like over the years. She just didn't give no fucks.
She was even in WWE at one point.
Hmm.
Like, huh?
So, anyways, shout out to her. She was always fun.
I mean, there were several old women in WWE. Like Fabulous Moolah was, I believe, in her 70s when she still went back into the ring.
Yeah.
And she took some shit from the Dudley boys, like Dudley bombed through the table. A 70-year-old woman. Like, isn't she supposed to pull a hamstring from only thinking about that? Like,
Didn't she go? She went topless once too, didn't she? She pulled her shirt up at one of the WrestleManias, and I was like, "Wow, they're really dipping the bottom of the barrel here."
I feel you just connected a synapse that wasn't supposed to be connected anymore. What did you say? I blacked out for a moment.
Dude,
I was at first I thought you were talking about Betty White because apparently she posed nude or something like that years ago, like back like 70 years ago or something. Like, did you see about that article? There were all these articles coming out about all these risque pictures she took when she was younger.
Us talking about old nude women gets me nervous twitches, dude.
Don't get,
really?
dude.
She
don't
wasn't
get
old
that
when she did
excited. It's okay. It's okay.
I don't get excited up here. I'm getting excited like.
So he's having an internal orgasm.
No.
You're like, I'm throwing up in my mouth with excitement. But anyway,
my brain is throwing up in my head while I am throwing up in my mouth.
he's like, while having a semi. Oh man, but yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace,
Next.
Betty White, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to her,
Never-
man. She
never
was
left.
definitely,
She's an icon. She's a
yeah.
TV screen, and
Dude, all these memes for years have been going about, like, Betty White's never gonna die, like all that other shit. And then now, like, what are they gonna do with the memes now? It's
Yeah.
like,
That's like really not cool, 17 days. Like really, I mean,
yeah.
at least those were natural causes. She just went to sleep. That's cool. Amid all the craziness, all the fucked up shit, she went to sleep in peace, being an icon. What more can you hope for?
Yeah.
Dude, like it's been funny, like ever since she passed, all these different little clips on YouTube and stuff started popping up, all of her different shows she's been on, stuff like that, like as a guest. And you know, I forgot who was it, like was it Snoop Dogg that hit on her, or somebody like that hit on her, or something like that? And like there's been plenty of people that hit on her, and then she's just like, you're just not, you're too old for me, or something like that, that she would say to them. Like, you know, like crazy shit. So
I'll never forget a real quick Betty White memory. I don't know if any of you ever watched the what the heck was his name? He was a British guy. Craig Ferguson. He had a late night show here in New York. Well, I guess it was kind of national. And my female crush actress has always been Evangeline Lilly. I have such a crush on her. And she was on that night, and she was due up. Betty White had just gone on before her, and Evangeline Lilly comes out, and she's as beautiful as she always is. She sits down, and Craig Ferguson always, used to flirt with her and stuff, and she was laughing as she came out to the stage. And as she sat down, she goes, he asked her what was so funny. She goes, well, I just saw Betty White in the backstage area, and I asked her if I could take a picture with her. She goes, it's Betty White. It's Betty White. 3 generations, and she's, they know who Betty White is.
Mm-hmm.
And as I go to take a picture with her, the first thing she says to me is, "Step to the side, dear. You're in my light."
Dude, she did a book a couple years ago. She did a book a couple years ago, and her quote is, "Why do people say grow some balls? Balls are weak and sensitive. If you want to be tough, grow a vagina. Those things can take a pounding." She said that in her book.
I mean, that is true. That is very true.
That's a person who lived, man. That's a person who lived.
She gave no fucks and enjoyed life.
None, not a single one.
Yo, there was like a bunch of parties and raves and stuff that they were showing online and shit. Yo, tell me why, like, next thing you know, in the middle of one of the, I forgot what DJ it was, that was at some giant, like, huge party, and all of a sudden he stopped, and he's like, "Shout out to Betty White, may she rest in peace," and starts playing the fucking Golden Girls theme song, and fucking the whole crowd loses it, like, fucking moshing and shit, to fucking thank you for being a friend and shit like that. Like, it's wild.
I feel like the sentence from her about the balls is a little bit offensive, because the balls that we got can do shit a vagina don't. The balls can actually split like the Red Sea and still survive. Because, true story, that happened to me. Back in school, true story, back in school.
Oh my God.
You can say that about a vagina too, so.
Yeah, but still, hear me out. I got a story, and that is true, because it happened to me during sport. I think I killed you.
Yeah, we killed you.
During sport lessons back in school back then.
You can split like the Red Sea. You're horrible.
Yeah, I know, but it's backed up by a cool story. Hear me out. During sport lessons back in school, we were on gymnastics. You know, those parallel bars in gymnastics that you always have to do that shit on. You flip over.
Oh, I know where this story's going. Nope.
Okay, yeah. So one leg catches, and I'm going split-legged on one of the fucking bars, and it didn't hurt me. Meaning, the ball split, and it went all smooth and well. Like the whole fucking hall was but nothing happened. True story. There we go. So
just the look of mine and Rafi's face is like, no.
It was all supposed to happen. They were They were meant to survive, so I could do.
Did you sing that song? I'm free balling. Like, no,
Oh,
I'm kidding.
I believe when I listened very hard, I could hear around, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 dozen wolves or dogs like, oh.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. You
Well,
want to hear a fucked up story?
I
I got a fucked up story.
I really think I killed Yule, man.
Yule's keeling over in pain.
Probably.
No,
He lost the Betty. He lost it with the Betty White and balls.
Mom was calling. I was like, "Oh gosh, dang it, Mom! I'm recording a podcast."
So
Mom,
true story. You can ask Bethany this. When I was younger, playing Pee Wee football, first day playing, I ended up in the hospital.
What the fuck?
What happened was, what my mom didn't know is that you had to buy a cup.
Ah, you had no supporter. Oh man. Please don't tell me you caught a helmet.
No. I caught a cleat.
Oh!
I quite honestly,
Spiky shoes, bro. Spiky shoes.
I fucking broke Vendetta. So what happened was, when I was
quite
on-
sorry,
Oh!
before you continue, you need to explain all of that. I didn't catch anything of that story. I don't know what all of that is, what you just said.
okay. So when I was a kid, like 5, 6, I played Little League football, like as a little kid.
Okay, Pee Wee. Okay, gotcha.
Pee Wee, that's what they called it. Look at Ralphie. Ralphie looks like he just either A, he got kicked in the nuts, or he just heard some really grimy fucking song. You know where I'm going with this. So what happened was, my mom bought the uniform and everything, and I put everything on.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't buy me a cup, and I didn't know you were supposed to have one.
Oh, a cup. Okay.
Yeah, no, not like a fucking Dixie cup on my dick. Like, no, like an actual. I was supposed to wear a cup, like a protective, to protect your nuts.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have one.
Ooh.
And we started playing in the game and everything. Everything's going well. And then I got into a pile up, and somebody went to get up, and they slipped, and they stepped square in my nuts with the football cleat.
So
I'm
much
not
now.
kidding. This is a true story. Ask Bethany.
Like, what was more horrible? The feeling for you that you got stabbed on your nuts, or the other dude that really felt like the squelching below his soul?
Why am I thinking about ground beef?
Yeah.
Yo. So now, check this out.
Like
I had to go to the hospital.
Ralphie, your sausage gets all squished.
Ralphie doesn't want sausage anymore. Fuck off.
No.
So here's the funny part. So I go to the hospital, get checked out, and I almost lost my left nut, and they were actually able to fix it. But
So
I'm not kidding. That's a true story.
So your left nut and the ground almost became one. That was the impact.
I'm thinking of a porterhouse steak and somebody with a meat tenderizer just
Dang.
Or not even that. Just a real thorough foot down.
No. But the crazy thing was, like, I don't want to go into too much detail because it's really going to freak y'all out. They actually, I have a scar in my stomach, like down in that area, where they actually had to go in that area and pull it all out to repair it.
Oh my god!
And remember, I was in Pee Wee. But
I
here's
need
the funny thing.
sandpaper.
Anybody
for my
ever
memory
watch
so
Halloween
I can
2?
forget this shit.
Embarrassing
it
story.
hurts.
So, anyways, now that I freaked y'all the fuck out already, but everything's fine. I got 2 apples, and anyway,
One banana.
yeah, 1 banana, 2 apples. But no, everything's fine now. But dude, like, it was the most excruciating thing I've ever had in my life. And then ever since then, I've always had like an issue, like where this is funny. I'm fucking telling you guys live about this shit. Like, I had an issue with my left one ever since I was a kid. It's wild. It's crazy. Everything's
Anybody ever
there.
watch Halloween 2? Rob Zombie's Halloween 2?
Oh
Where
no! Don't get
where
me started.
Michael
No.
Myers walks into the bar, into the back of that strip club, and he takes that stripper and smashes her head into the mirror, and then takes the bar owner and just stomps his freaking head out with a Timberland boot. That's what I'm thinking of right now. That smashed up head on the ground with Timberland boot mark all over the. That's what I'm thinking about.
I, I permanently have a Nike swoosh in my nutsack or something.
I mean, Ralphie
Yo, fucking Yule's like, yo, I'm gonna bounce out. Like, my
Yeah.
parents, he's like, my mom's
He's
calling
about to
again. Like,
Yeah, it's about time for me to eat dinner.
Ralphie,
all right, so let's get beyond the nut smushing and
Ralphie
So-
sure has a vivid imagination that's called like that.
So we have a couple things we can talk about. What do you want to do? Do you want to talk about Boba Fett? Do you
Boba.
want to talk about?
Yeah, let's kick it off with
Let's talk
Boba.
about Boba.
Has
Boba.
everybody seen it?
Yes.
Yeah,
All right, let's do it. What do you guys think?
I hated it.
Tim, why don't you go?
I hate it.
Ooh,
I hate it.
explain.
It makes me want to have Boba.
I
No,
love
it was great. I actually watched the first episode 2 times. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like heavy spoilers, dear listeners. We're not giving a fuck.
That's right.
Just so you know.
Get out if you don't want to hurt.
Right. What does Bobby always say? Check your feelings at the door. They have no place here.
Feelings, what are those? Apparently, I don't have them.
Right. Feelings? Never heard of her. So yeah, I liked it very much. I love the start. I feel like it was maybe a tad fast at the start, you know, where how he actually was able to free himself from the Sarlacc. But I enjoyed the little callbacks, you know, like we saw the burned out sail barge, and you already knew okay, that's where we're going. Like they're not going directly in. Okay, Boba's all closed up, and he just killed Bib Fortuna. Yeah, I'm the crime lord now. You know, like that's not how they did it. They interspliced it. They did a split on it. I like that. Like I said, a little fast on the Sarlacc, but I liked how they did it.
Yeah.
He was super passed out, and then he got up, and there was no fucking air whatsoever, like maybe acidic shit down his lungs and all that. And he wanted to grab on and just climb out, but there was all that slippery fucking Slimer leftover goo everywhere. And yeah, he loaned some oxygen from a fellow clone. That's how it went down. You look out for one another. And then you punched a hole in the Sarlacc, and
He pulled that Bruce Lee move, fucking 1-inch fucking punch or something like through that shit.
Punch the fucking Sarlacc, that's right. And and flamethrower his intestines and all that came with it, and and then came the dickheads, the Jawas. Oh yeah, we take the Beskar and leave his ass for dead. That's fucked up. So yeah. 2 minutes later, Boba Fett is a slave to a different kind of Tusken Raider tribe, not the usual beige guys. And yeah, I feel like that's interesting where that's going, where this connection with the Tusken tribe kind of goes to. Like I feel like, Boba's gonna be Tusken. That kind of explains the weird clothes he's wearing. Interesting. So looking forward to that. I feel the whole episode I was like, what are those guys drinking of? Are those like snail houses or what is that? Snail houses with, I don't know,
Snail balls.
snot infested water, or what the fuck is that? And he's standing there. I'm thirsty. I don't give a shit. And the kind of money too from Tusken Raider.
At least it wasn't milk.
Right. That's a fucking disgusting thing still, like this blue milk drizzling down Luke. No, but to cut it short, I really enjoyed it. I also like the going back and forth with the present day, where he's like he's apparently he's not 100%, right? Like he still needs some infusions from the Bacta tank. That's cool. Like he always needs to get back in there. And there's water bad in a different way, so to speak. But it looks cool. Like he's got an actual throne now. He needs to make sure that that people know that he's the one who calls the shots now. So yeah, I like it. I also like the old school format. You get your episode once per week, and then you gotta be patient. I already like that on Picard. You know, you're supposed to you get that one episode, and then you chill out. Be lucky you don't have any advertisements, but otherwise, yeah. Cool first episode. Wondering where they'll be going with this. Like what kind of time frame? If there would be multiple seasons or only a few episodes and then be done with it. If it intersplices with, I don't know, Mandalorian, what happened to Luke, or with Grogu, maybe, I don't know, some Ahsoka Tano, I don't know, whatever. Like I feel like currently with Star Wars, there's a lot of stuff happening that's where I feel that's like, for me, that's a big appeal. They don't put down too much of a time frame. It's a very fluid concept. You can have this much space or this much space. You can have like, oh yeah, there's space for 5 episodes because we can do like whatever. Or they say, hey, we got this much space. We'd like to do this. You can all put in so much and flesh it out nicely. Yeah, looking forward to that. Also to Ahsoka. Don't give a rat's ass about that Cassian Andor shit. But I feel 2022 is gonna be another one of those glorious years for the nerds where they give us all that shit and we spend money because we need to immortalize the 3D versions in our collection. May it be in pop or in hot toys or in actual hot toys.
All right, Coco, what'd you think?
I had overall, I enjoyed it. Overall, I mean, of course, it wasn't with its problems for me, but overall, it was great. For the exact same things that Tim said, right? All of that stuff. I agree 100% with what he said. The criticisms I had for it really was more of a. I always thought that Boba Fett was more savvy and competent about the way things are in the crime world. So I don't know why they would write in the script that, you know, he would try not to rule out of fear, but with respect. You know, it goes without saying that the fear has to kind of be there first. The respect kind of comes later, because again, in a culture full of like nothing but backstabbers, connivers, and you know, it just doesn't sound right to me to say I tend to you know, I want to rule with respect. But other than that, you know, I don't know. It just seems kind of naive of him. Now I think I may give it a. I could try to give it a pass if later on I think it, you know, he learns that shit's just not going to work, because you know, when you're in a world of crime, as you know, in our real world, when crime is a thing, there is no such thing as, you know, if you get taken out, you get taken out, and usually nobody fucks with you because because people are scared of you, not because somebody's ready to stab you in the back if you hope to just rule with respect. No way, man. It's a little too idealistic. So I don't know where they're gonna go with that angle, but I don't trying to turn Boba Fett into a naive kind of good guy in a world full of bad guys is kind of, I don't know. I'm not sure where they're gonna how it's gonna go. Either way, I still had fun. I was glad to see Boba Fett do his thing, and I can't wait to see more of it. I know in the internet a lot of people have taken it pretty badly. They're all really bent out of shape about that same exact issue, but I wouldn't go that far as I don't take that. I'm enjoying myself in this one, so I can't get too mad because I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just because I don't see any hint of wokeness. It's just more like I just think it's odd that Boba
Well, we
Fett
are
seemed
only
kinda
one
like,
episode in. They got a little
right.
what a ways to go yet.
Because
That's true.
even when Ming Na was telling, was advising him on stuff, she was advising things to him privately, and not trying to subvert him, not trying to star scream his ass, in front of people and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody like, hey,
Shout out to
this is not,
Starscream.
right, it's not a good idea, boss. I don't recommend it. You know what I mean? That kind of shit, like the voice of reason in a in a crime world. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but I feel like I feel like I really enjoyed that because Boba says, I'm I'm not ill-willed. I don't have any fucking sluggish mafia crime family behind me that pulls the shots. I can do that on my own. Like I'm the baddest fucking bounty hunter on the planet. I can do that.
no, I agree. It's just that it doesn't come across that way when he talks. That's why it seems incongruent a little bit.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe just because that's the first time something like that he's been doing, like pretty much to me it looks like, okay, he went from bounty hunter to fucking salt like munchies to a slave, and then he comes back from that. We don't know what will happen. There will be some sort of an adventure, but then he goes straight to bounty hunter. He never ruled anything. He was just
More
a
crime
bounty
fighter.
hunter,
Oh no,
so-
I get that. I'm just thinking that he was a little more savvy and that he would know. That was my only complaint. Of course,
Yeah,
he doesn't know.
I mean, he's kill savvy. That's what he always was. So, but I know what you mean. Like with that experience, one would think that there's a little bit more confidence behind everything. I know what you mean, though.
Like you would think that he would run. He would use his reputation more as somebody to be really, really scared of, because he's been the best bounty hunter in all of.
Yeah.
He always gets his guy. So
Yeah.
All right, Vendetta. What'd you think?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think in its continuity, it started off a little bit slow.
Yeah.
Kind of like, I guess, lumbering, but it is something that I thought of for many, many years. Because of course you start getting into the lore and into the whole mythos, and you see Boba pop up and you're like, wait a minute, how the hell did he survive a Sarlacc? And that story, there was speculation, and there was this, and then there was that. It's never been formally told. That story has never been formally told, and now you're not only getting the story, but you're getting a visual depiction of it. And
Yeah.
I think that's something that especially Star Wars fans, I think that's something that's kind of been necessary for a long, long time. Boba got such an adoration from the beginning. People just fell in love with I don't know if it was the suit or the persona, and they're like, damn, and you just throw him down a Sarlacc and that's it. And it's kind of like Darth Maul. When you brought out Darth Maul, the fandom just fell in love with him. And then you just slice him in half and throw him down a big old tube, and that's it. You're done with him. But they had to rewrite the character and then bring it back in, because it's like when Optimus Prime died. They're like, "What are you doing?" And this story had to be told, and in very typical Favreau fashion, he's crossing the T's and dotting the I's, and he's leaving so much open where you're just like, all right, I want to see where this goes, because you got the Boba that was the bounty hunter, but you've never gotten a real vivid picture of how much of a badass he was, until you saw the Clone Wars and stuff like that. But as an early Star Wars fan, he was in and out, and you never really got a true depiction of what kind of a badass he was. And he had to be that kind of badass that they cloned him and made a whole bunch of them, to build an army with. That's how much of a badass he was. And
That's right.
now that they're developing this story, I'm really excited as to where it goes. Like, Is it eventually going to crisscross with the Mandalorian? Is it eventually are other Star Wars, like they did at the end of the Mandalorian where they brought in Luke? Are they going to crisscross, other Star Wars characters in this story? Because now, if you're dipping back, excuse me, if you're
Solo
dipping,
even.
I'm sorry.
Han Solo even.
Yeah, you got Solo, you got Jabba, you got all these characters that were in his universe that you're wondering, like, are they gonna harken back to that? Are they gonna bring some of these people in? Like, I'm really interested, where this story is gonna go.
Agreed. I'm hoping they do that thing. You know how they did the end of Solo with where Darth Maul was a crime lord himself.
Yeah,
I kind of
you
want
saw
to
that
see
little
Boba
3D.
Fett versus
Yeah,
some crime lord versus crime lord shit right there.
Yeah.
But I feel like they dropped the ball with Darth Maul, because I just watched the whole Clone Wars series, and I feel like only a crime lord that's like, I don't know, they dropped the ball on Maul.
That episode was woke as fuck, Tim. You know what I mean? How the way seriously, the way they did Maul, you know what I mean? Like, they let a little girl beat him. You know what I'm saying? The same dude who took on both Obi-Wan and freaking Qui-Gon Jinn, getting owned by a little girl. No way, dude. It's just, to me that was wrong. That's a little too much baloney in my mind.
Yeah. That's not even the problem. Like, I just feel like a former Sith is only doing that, only crime lord shit. That's where it dropped.
I agree. The whole Maul story was just, how do you introduce a character that's that badass, and then you give him the appearance, like he's got like a timeless appearance. He's almost as iconic as Vader.
Agreed. Yeah. They should have never killed him in episode 1. That was the worst thing that they ever did. And to make matters worse, he got killed by a Padawan. Yeah. I could not believe it. I was like, dude.
That's right. And it's also, and the next crazy part is that for Clone Wars, apparently, I don't know where I heard it. I know I heard it. But apparently George Lucas resurrected Maul for Clone Wars. And some of the producers said, but what are we supposed to do it? I don't know. Figure it out. Like,
wow.
Yeah. And they
speaking of things being retconned.
Yeah, go ahead.
So speaking of things being retconned, did you guys something like Robert Rodriguez? He directed this episode, right? So did you notice? I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, and it never really explained it. Remember the Sarlacc pit? And it was that beak that came up and out, and it like grabbed people and shit.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
But in this one, there was no beak.
There's a reason, because in Lucas's original trilogy, it didn't have that beak. Yeah. That was added in after they did the digital remaster.
That and also the beak retracted. So
yeah.
The old version and
kind of
the
like a penis in wintertime.
Yeah. The old version and the new is kind of right. The new one is just updated, but the beak always also retracts. So the Sarlacc now being only docile because it is actually tries to, digest. That was the word that I was missing. Why would the beak need to be out? Can be retracted.
Right.
So, now, something I thought was kind of interesting, that of all things, you got this guy who's a badass, and yes, he got eaten by the Sarlacc pit, and he survived. And of all fucking things, the fucking Jawas fucking steal his outfit.
Yeah.
I'm just like...
Jawas had a whole lot of shit, though. The Jawas, they would just run around and steal all kinds of shit. So that really, when he's in that weakened state,
it had to happen because that was part of the Cobb Vanth story from last season.
It had to happen.
Yeah.
But I feel like everybody is a fan of Jawas. Jawas are just dickheads.
No, what did you now? Like when I thought of this, I mean, it was. I was excited to see it. But then after watching like Mandalorian, and I go to this, like I'm not as deep into Star Wars as some people.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't read the books. I don't do all that crazy shit. But not saying they're crazy for doing it. I just mean in general. Um, like I always thought that he was kind of a badass, and I was disappointed in the movies where he just fucking got killed off and eaten. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But then it's kind of interesting. Did you did they touch on this episode at all? Like why he has to keep going into that like liquid pit, like he has to lay in every night? Did you see that recovery chamber or
I could
something?
I could
Baki
actually
tank.
I could actually see him being damaged from the saw, like his lungs or anything. This coughing at the start with the acidic shit, like maybe some of that went down, and he won't be 100% okay, and maybe some later stuff in the desert with all the sand or anything actually
The
jacked
fuck?
up his lungs or anything maybe.
Oh my god! All right, no, I didn't want to talk about that.
That's
You,
next
you, you're
episode.
seeing that too?
That'll have
Yeah, I
to be
saw
next
that.
episode. I couldn't believe it
Um,
either.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Tim. That kind of threw me through a loop for a second. Wow. I thought the flashbacks were cool, especially when he remembers the prequel trilogy. When he went down and pick up Django's helmet.
Yeah, in the beginning, that flashback.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what else. Let's see. What did you guys think about him getting abducted by the Tuscan Raiders?
Kind of
Like,
had to happen.
where do you think
really.
that's gonna go?
Dances with Wolves.
He's
I
he's
want.
gonna,
I'm hoping. I wouldn't mind paying to watch Dances with Wolves version of Boba Fett.
he's gonna yeah, like he's gonna go Last Samurai. Like he's gonna become a Tuscan.
That too. Last Tuscan.
Yeah,
The last
that's
Tuscan
that's what's happening. Like the Tuscans, that's a different Tuscan tribe. They got black garb, and the
which
same
is awesome.
black
I
garb.
love that. I love that actually.
Yeah, and the
description.
same black garb and the staff he got when he returned to the Mandalorian. That's Tuscan shit. He's gonna be at least partially become Tuscan or part of the tribe being accepted, something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's gonna add to his badassery.
Yeah, that's a dead giveaway. So as if he's not have enough shit to go
Yeah.
for himself, he's gonna be able to survive in the desert super easy. He's gonna have Tuscan shit. He's gonna be able to snipe and all that shit. Like he's like even if his health is not at 100%, like his ability go 200% after he's done with all that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Now, what did you think about those fucking Star Wars ninjas or whatever the fuck they were? Like,
The parkour guys.
yeah, like I was like, what the fuck where are they going with this shit? Like,
Yeah,
That's when it went CW to me.
I saw that shit also. Dollar Tree Armac. Who are you?
yeah, right. Wow.
For me, the highlight was before that. Was when I noticed that it was Jennifer Beal playing that one Twi'lek. I was hoping she did a flash dance sequence. What a feeling!
Right?
Oh right, I know.
Yeah, that was
saw
her.
That face somewhere.
'Cause she gave them what Republic credits, right, or something like
Right.
that. Like those are
Right.
back now, or something like
Right.
that.
Lined
or-
up that helmet, why quick?
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Let me shine that helmet, and I'm like, did they just make a sex joke, or were they actually going to do his like helmet? Like,
Oh, it's just helmet.
That's pretty Robert Rodriguez though. That's pretty. He's. I don't know if if you're into his work, but he's like that. He likes to tease sexual innuendos.
so,
Yeah.
what did you think of the young Tuscan Raider and how he was dragging? What do you think that happened with that, where he dragged Boba out to kill that one creature to get those little? How would you say it? The water nuts or whatever they are. Remember those things?
Yeah, whatever.
Little snail
water
housing
pumpkins.
bowls.
He stole that snail's nuts, and that's what it's filled full of. It's
That's
it's
what it was.
water.
Did they have to break it to get the water, or does it come off? Does it already come with half of it cut off?
Yeah,
You have to
know.
treat it rough or stroke it gently to get it. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah, that's like they really have to stroke it hard. The water is ejaculate. I'm calling it. Also, what I'm calling that the youngling Tuscan, that's Fennec Shand in disguise.
I can see that.
Really?
Wait, she's in the Clone Wars. She's old.
Not during that time.
No, like, no.
I mean,
if you
that-
watch the Bad Batch, she's one of the main characters. You can't possibly.
So how
be her.
old? Let's see. So, and what is it? The Bad Batch. How old was Omega?
It's a kid.
Ooh,
Yeah.
probably like 12.
Okay. How much time was the Bad Batch between that and this?
Okay, so that just think about it this way. That what's happening in Book of Boba Fett is taking place like a couple. Well, if we're talking before the dream the flashback sequences, that's definitely 6 years after Return of the Jedi. That whole the Mandalorian timeline, it takes
That's
6
right.
years after.
Mandalorian starts 5 years after.
5 years, 5 years after. Yeah. So, in essence, that's the 6 years after.
Yeah. But the
Return.
flashbacks, the flashbacks from Boba Fett are maybe, I don't know, a few days
During
after
Return of the
after Return. So, wow, 50, 60 years after Clone Wars.
Yeah, Fennec's supposed to be old, which is bizarre. I don't understand how she's both in the Bad Batch, and same thing with Bo-Katan, because Bo-Katan, Obi-Wan's the only one that aged poorly out of everybody from that era, man.
Oh, that's right. Fennec
Yeah.
Shand is in the Bad Batch.
Bad
Oh
Batch,
yeah,
yeah.
that's right. She's right. She's more benevolent towards Omega. Right.
Yeah, that's where I was trying to get at with Omega and the age differences and stuff. Could
Yeah,
you
okay,
possibly be seeing maybe some of those characters from the Bad Batch maybe coming through in
I
this?
predict they're gonna throw Omega up in that piece. Watch,
Yeah,
somehow.
I could see that, but also I mean Ming is small, so she could still be the youngling. I don't know.
Huh.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was just trying to I was trying to bring both of them together into that conversation about those two, like, Omega and her. So
My fear is that they do make Omega the star in that bitch later on or something.
yeah, if they make Omega, like, Wolf is gonna rage quit everything.
I might too. I'm like, oh Lord, female Boba Fett clone or Jango Fett clone is the better clone. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but with the wokeness, that's a problem I could see arise. Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
I see where you're getting at.
Best as
so
ever.
what did you think the people that were raiding? Remember when the little Tuscan raider or whatever was taking Boba, and she was taking him to the old farmhouse? Wasn't that the one where Luke was at? And you saw the people raiding it? That's not it?
Remember,
Okay.
this takes place immediately after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
No, I meant just, like, was that the actual, not where he was at during that time? I mean, was that the actual place?
No, it was just.
No.
It was.
I couldn't remember. It's been a while since I binged the other movies.
No, it was just some similar looking housings. That was all.
What's happening in that? Luke's parents are already uncle and aunt has been dead way before that situation. What's happening there is Jabba's people, or even the people whoever took after Jabba's were the ones who would normally raid all the moisture farms to collect their water and bring it to Jabba's palace. The only reason why nobody fucked with Beru and Owen's moisture farm, why Jabba never collected money from there, was because Obi-Wan was protected. Was under their under their protection.
We also see that ever since Owen and Beru were killed, that afterwards, no one ever was there.
You coming?
No one ever, because it was abandoned ever since the Rise of Skywalker. Like, I feel like there's this hermit old woman that is going around there asking Rey who she is, and that Rey visited that house. That was the first time anyone was there ever, because it's overflown with sand and everything. So I feel it's been abandoned ever since
right.
Luke left there.
Breaking news: Bethany just bought me dinner, or brought me dinner.
Yay!
So she made
Awesome.
me a grilled turkey and
Turkey
cheese sandwich.
That's what's up.
Mm,
And then she made that and tomato soup.
I
nice.
need that in my life.
So anyway, yeah, because dude, it's supposed to drop like 18 inches of snow by tomorrow. Down by us.
Damn.
Yeah.
And we just had, I don't know, like 40 or 50 or some degrees over here. So that's rather warm.
Yeah.
We're nowhere near freezing or snow. It's just the usual, my town private fucking cloud with grayness and rain and all that shit. I mean, at least it's kind of warm, but
What's wild is it's currently 55 degrees.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're calling anywhere between 10 to 18 inches of snow between tonight and tomorrow. It's wild. Anyway, what did you guys? Did anybody pick up on when Boba killed that monster out in the desert? It was almost like mimic, like what Leia did to fucking Jabba.
Jabba. Yeah, I thought.
Anybody notice that?
Yeah. That
People
and
people were calling it Goro. Goro's cousin.
Yeah.
Goro's
That's what I said when I was
Dude,
watching it.
I saw that and I was like, okay, that's kind of Marvel variant Goro in Star Wars universe.
Exactly.
So okay, but I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was, because it was an interesting hybrid between a reptile and. It was a hybrid between reptile and Goro. No, it was like a hybrid between a reptile and kind of some form of an insect that was able to survive in the sand, right? So I enjoyed that. That was interesting. Also, they put a danger in there. They didn't say, oh yeah, the Tuscans live there and they just I don't know, dig up their water in those weird kind of thingies. No, there's an actual danger. Maybe those are eggs from this kind of stuff.
Oh, maybe that is. Oh, that's a good point. Maybe it's the eggs of this monster.
Maybe something like that. So, yeah, I like that.
You heathens.
But yeah, I want to degenerates digging up my eggs and drink them. But yeah, I wonder where this is going. 2 more days, and we are a little bit smarter where Boba is going. I want to see more flashbacks. I want to see maybe, I don't know, some like I said, it was a little faster with the Saw. Like I want to see like maybe some more from the inside. Like maybe like he remembers he passed in and out of existence in the Sarlacc pit, and I don't know, at one point, okay, I've had it, enough digesting for today. I'm getting the hell out of here, something like that. I feel that would be cool, but yeah, looking forward to that. Looking forward to Mandalorian. Like, Star Wars got me hooked a little.
So, since we're going on 2 hours and 13 minutes, how would you rate the episode out of 5? And we'll go ahead and do our outros after that.
Oh, like a 6.
5 being the best. What's that?
I'll go, 5 being the best?
5 being the best, 1 being the worst.
I'd give it a 4.
Yeah, 3.5 to 4.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I gave it a 3.5.
I gotta say, I go down to a 3.5 because the main theme, the music afterwards, that was shit. Like when we think like that was like when we think like Louis Garrison also did the music for Mandalorian, and that's a fucking banger. Like he
too much vocals, you think?
No, like the overall music, he didn't drop the ball. He didn't even pick it up for that. It's just, I feel it's
Yeah.
just bad. I don't like the main theme, like not at all. Like this is, you give the Mandalorian such a nice and pumping kind of thrilling theme song where you're looking forward to the next, and there are variations of it, and then you give Boba Fett this. Like,
So that's
I
also
was-
why I was kind of upset, bro. Because to be honest, as far as the music goes, it sounds like Boba Fett's supposed to sound like a menace instead of
A phantom menace?
Yeah. Yeah.
It sounds like somebody really scary is supposed to go through, not some guy walking around. I want respect.
Yeah, and then he's going tiptoe, like I don't know, imagining Batman getting
Okay, that's funny as shit. I can't get it out of my head now.
that's like fucked up, like exactly what you.
I'm gonna
said,
picture that watching Robert Pattinson's Batman.
I want to see an edit now with that music. No, but really,
Yeah.
like exactly like you said, he's supposed to be a menace, like the most badass bounty hunter in the fucking galaxy, but he's got this, I don't know.
Yeah, weird soundtrack. Like you want to be. if that's his theme song, he's supposed to be a badass. But again,
Yeah,
I want respect.
yeah. Like I don't mind Cool having the COOL Mac. Cool Mac Cool. Like I don't
Sing
mind
it.
that. That was the appeal of the fucking show. But Boba.
Well, all right, folks. Well, we've hit the 2-hour plus marker. I think this is a good time to call it an episode. So, to our audience out there, Happy New Year. I hope the rest of our 2002 starts off with a banger.
Please don't say
like-
a bang.
With a banger. Like I hope it starts just like Cobra Kai started out, really awesome. And
Yeah.
I'm I hope that the rest of I hope that Cobra Kai season also finishes sooner in the next season, happens sooner rather than later too. Can't wait till the
Yeah.
next season.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna be closing out, and so first we're gonna go with V for Vendetta. Where can we find you, sir?
As usual, you can find me here with these fine gentlemen every Thursday. You can find me in the chats in the Realm of Collectors shows on Monday nights and sometimes Tuesday nights. You can also find me on Facebook, Ralph the Vendetta Rodriguez. You can find me on Instagram, also by the same name. You could also find me at V's Toy Box, VS_Toybox on Instagram. And I'm never on my Twitter, and I still have yet to post a TikTok. So I'm not going to count those. But yeah, it's pretty much where you can find me.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Stay
much
away
where
from
you can
Twitter,
find me, and you can also find me at certain different corners of my house, hiding from my children.
You mean hiding from the gremlins?
Yes.
Roger
But you-
Goblin.
But how are you managing? You're trying to hide from your kids, but still trying to find sausages.
Yes. Because when the
That's a
mouth
struggle, right, bro?
when the mouth craves a nice, round, tightly made quality sausage, you got to get what you got to get, bro.
Too much information.
With that being said, how about you, Tim? Where can we find you? Cringing right now.
Nowhere near a meat market.
Yeah, nowhere near meat market or any kind of sausage whatsoever, and I'm very proud of that. So, have at it, bro. You can find me on YouTube at Tim K's Nerd Crate, at Tim K's Nerd Crate, also on Instagram at @the_nerd_crate, Facebook at Tim K's Nerd Crate, also in private at Tim K81, I believe you can find me there. Twitter also. Like if you type in hashtag Tim K Snurker, you will absolutely find me. Also, Happy New Year to our listeners. Always here also with these fine gentlemen. And yeah, tomorrow back with my boys from Voice of Chaos, Collectors Bay. So yeah, let's see what 2022 brings. Everybody be safe. Everybody be well. Cobra Kai kicks ass.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week.
Eagle Fang.
Boba Fett has shitty music, but it's still good. So there we go.
And Young Jay, about you, sir.
Shut up.
You can find me at Clutch 2345 or the Clutch 2345 on Xbox. Killing tons and tons of people on Call of Duty. Get it right. Excuse me. You can find me here with you fine gentlemen every week whenever we post regularly. We're going to start getting back, since now the holidays are behind us. I'll start posting it regularly since we've been kind of off. We recorded last week, but with the holidays and all the craziness and my cancer treatment, I missed uploading it. So I would say sorry, but I'm not.
Don't be. You got things you got to do in your life. Bro.
Why would
Shit
you?
happens. If you have a problem with it, fuck off. I don't care. I'm just blessed to another year down with this, with recording and everything else with my friends and everything, and I'm really grateful for it. Being able just to bullshit and laugh and everything, and it's just
Right.
Thank you. To you guys, and thank you for the guys on the show that currently aren't right now taking a break. Thank you to my wife for letting
Cooking you
me
that great ass food that you don't share with nobody.
Yo, bro,
Yeah,
look at this. Have you ever seen a fucking perfect grilled cheese sandwich like that? Like, look at that
Bruh,
shit. Like,
that's not a sandwich. That's a sandwich.
sandwich.
That's a sandwich.
Or
That's a sandwich.
Or since we were on Cobra Kai, that's a manwich.
A manwich. Yo, actually, I like that shit. People think it's nasty, but it's good as shit if you cook it right.
But,
But-
I had an omelet last week that looked exactly like that. It had bell pepper in it and
Ooh.
poultry and
Yeah.
red onions. Mwah.
I like doing a red pepper paste inside of it, and just a thin layer of it inside of it. But,
Interesting.
yeah. So thank you guys again. Shout out to our friends. Shout out to Hanny. Congratulations on this convention. Can't wait to go and support you. And like I said, on Facebook groups, Jason Lowery, find me or don't. It's up to you. But yeah, remember everybody, like, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And if you ever want to come on as a guest, just to come hang out with us and BS and whatever, everybody's welcome to come on. So
Right.
that is it for me. What about you, Coco?
Well, these days you're gonna only find me here because I've been hiding on Facebook and I've been hiding on YouTube's too. I only post on Instagram when I find inspiration to post usual, toys or comics. But I'm not gonna lie, it's been inconsistent. A lot of it has to do with just financial stuff. But yeah, if you every now and then you can probably find me at Cocoasmooth at at Facebook. I mean, at Facebook, at Instagram, and Cocoasmooth619 on YouTube. Yeah, but I'm hardly ever really on Facebook. I'm only mostly in Messenger with the friends that I already have, with y'all. And yeah, no, it's just weird. When you become an older gentleman like myself, it's just I don't really have time for spam in my life. So if I don't really know you, or what I mean, you're gonna have to go through a screening process before I accept friendship. So just be aware of that, folks. If I never met you, but I know you're close with a bunch of people, I'll maybe entertain it. I may have to talk to a couple of my buddies like Tim and Raph and freaking Jay to let me know if you're cool or not. Just saying, because you could be spam for all I know. You know what I mean? So just saying. Yeah.
The spam is real nowadays. So many, I don't know, girls that are called Johannes and hit you up. Let's be friends. I'm looking for an honest relationship,
Yeah.
bro.
And every girl, it's funny, like every profile, the girl looks the same. You ever
right.
noticed that? Like
Yeah.
just about all of them.
And they got the worst case of 90s fucking profile pics. They are all pixels and shit. Like they're the blonde protagonist from Pitfall, straight out of Atari 2600.
Somebody went through somebody's old MySpace page and just downloaded a bunch of pictures, trying to create a Facebook profile.
Right. At any rate, folks, yeah, shout out to all our people in our circle, the rest of the podcasting community out there that we mess around with. You guys are awesome.
Shout out to
I hope to work with you
MPSP.
guys soon. Yep.
Yep.
Good things coming from them.
And I hope we all get to work with each other throughout this year. Other than that, with that, the nerds have spoken.
Yeah.
Yeah, twig and berries, and dude, I feel bad for our berries.
Name of the episode: Twig and Berries. You guys have a good week.
Be good to each other.
Enjoy, guys.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out.